All right, here we are. If he's not here in the first episode, Ryan and Samuel are our guests for a little segment me and or Timmy came up with. We're basically gonna do a little redraft of the draft from a couple months ago. People might think it's a little bit early, but we like the hot takes here. We're reactionary, so I'm sure we'll regret some of these picks in like 3 weeks when things change. But we figured it'd be a good way to kind of just talk about how people's picks are doing and how the rookies are doing and if there's anything we would change. So, Tim, do you want to kind of lead us off with that?
Yeah, of course. And Rye, welcome to the show. We're happy to have you and Samuel on.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on. First time, long time. Excited to be here. So
Yeah, our first guest. It's exciting.
it's an honor.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, Rye, I know you said you had a hot take for your first overall. What's your first overall in the redraft and why?
Yeah, looking back, I think there's been a lot of talk about a couple guys at the top end of the draft this year. With that being said, if I was to redraft, I would take Marvin Harrison Jr., one overall. Stick with my
Wow.
guy.
Are you kidding me?
I respect
There's been
it.
a lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk, and I want to stick by my guy. I think he's still got a connection, to come up with Kyler, but I think there's definitely some excitement there. And, missed a couple open passes again last night, Kyler, so I don't want to say it's the quarterback, but um, Sam agrees. So again, Marvin Harrison Jr., 101.
And was this your pick earlier this morning? Because you said you were going to quote unquote shock us.
I'm
Yeah, it
shocked.
was.
So,
It was.
Okay. All
And
right.
there's been, like I said, there's been a lot of talk. So, I just want to get behind my guy, get that on, public record, get that out there, get a statement out. So stick by my guy.
All right. Fair enough. It's a great pick.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I I still think I go neighbors here, but I'm going to be honest. Bowers has been unreal. So I think I'm pretty split on this, but I'm going to go neighbors just for the sake of time.
And who had the third pick? Was it Ryan again?
Rashid, no, Rashid.
Okay. And I'm picking for Rashid, right? So this is tough. It's a little tough only because Pitts has looked better recently. But I think you do go Bowers here if you're Rashid, if you had to redo it. Just because Bowers, I mean, I think I saw something that he is on pace to break the rookie receiving record that Puka uh broke last year. So it's pretty amazing for a tight end. And I think he's been the tight end one this year, which is I say unbelievable, but Laporta did the same thing as a rookie last year. But I think he goes Bowers here at 3. So that's what I'm going
Yeah,
with.
I think you got to take him. And then Hermes, our consensus is it Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah. So yeah, that's who I had fourth on
Okay,
my board here.
just real quick, what is his overall, Jack? Do you know offhand?
No, but
He's had a lot of big games.
I'd be stunned if it wasn't any higher, like top 15, I would guess.
Yeah,
Professional.
good. All right, so then we got Ryan at pick 5. So Jonathan Brooks was your pick. Where are you
Yeah,
going?
this is a tough one. I think looking at my team, I think I would stick with Brooks. Maybe Jaden Daniels, but I think Joe Burrow. Obviously, I think coming into the year, I thought he was going to be pretty good, and he has been pretty good. So, I think that would probably be the only other person I'd be thinking for my team at the moment. But I think I would stick with Brooks and to have that running back depth coming into the second half of the season. I think is going to be big for me.
Agreed. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I had him fifth still on my updated draft board.
Okay, so that brings me at 6. So I picked Keon Coleman, obviously. My redraft would be Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And then Jack, so your pick was Brian Thomas Jr. Just noted what a steal. Great job by you, Commish, as always. What's the redraft pick here?
This is tough. You could go a number of different ways. I'm probably gonna go Rome just because we know I still like Rome as a prospect. We all know that he was more of a long-term play, and Rashid knew that just drafting him even this year. Once Keenan Allen retires or moves on, and Caleb keeps developing, I think Rome turns into a nice pick. I'll hold off on rattling off some of the other guys I was thinking about here, just so you guys so I don't spoil any picks for you guys. But I go Rome here.
Okay. I like the pick. And then we got Jill at 8. She picked Worthy. Jack, what's the redraft on this?
I don't know. I still have Worthy eighth just from the upside of playing with Mahomes. I know he hasn't really taken on as big of a role as people would expect. The other guys I have in the mix would be Braylon Allen, Tank Bigsby. I know it's tough now to look back on it with the injury last night, but I mean, Chris Godwin's been a top 8 receiver. So if you know that
Yeah.
going into the year, I think you had to strongly consider that if you're going for win now. Um, with that being said, with Jill's team, she needs more upside receivers. So I'd probably just go Xavier Worthy and then just kind of lean into the dynasty route of drafting the young receiver.
With Mahomes, too, you have the stack. So I
Yeah.
think there's something there, and he's a big play guy, too. Makes sense.
Is it you two that round out at 9-10?
Yep. So, Ryan, Zamir White, ninth overall.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Thanks to Rashid, this was a guy that I wasn't necessarily sold on, but I know, but I was sold on the volume. I was thinking this is a guy that's going to get maybe like 50, 60, 70 yards a game and maybe a touchdown or a couple catches or something. So that obviously hasn't worked out. Alex Madison, for some reason, has I know Sam's mad about the Zamir White pick too. So
As he should
um,
be.
Alex Madison somehow like fucks me again. Which is insane. But I think this is a pick I would literally go anyone else.
Yeah.
Just any of the names you just rattled off, Jack, Tank, Bigsby. Even I drafted Godwin, but maybe even drafting Godwin earlier. Um, I don't know. This is a tough one to swallow, especially looking back at it now.
Yeah, you saved me. I would have taken him. I was actually upset when you took him because I wanted him at 2.1. So appreciate it. But who do you go with here? If gun to your head?
I mean, I would say Tank Bigsby, I guess.
Yeah,
Looking at
he
the
looks like a
volume and stuff,
stud.
like he's maybe that's tough. So maybe going into I don't know ETN. You're thinking Tank Bigsby's going to be that big of a factor, but
He's
definitely the
looked,
volume of work he's had so far. I would say
yeah,
probably Bigsby.
he's looked so good.
Yeah.
So wouldn't fault you for going tank there. And then for me, rounding off the first round, so I picked Lad at 10 overall. Um, I'm tempted to say Keon here, but Bucky Irving, he's obviously looked great, Jack. That was a hell of a pick. And then also J.K. Dobbins. I just love your team. I'd trade teams with you right now in a
Okay.
heartbeat
Okay.
and still beat you last night, but I'd take your team in a heartbeat. That being said, you know what? It is going to be Keon Coleman. I want to root for my guys here.
Well,
Jack, did we leave anyone off? I know you listed off a bunch of guys.
no, the last six guys I basically had at like that 9-10 spot was Braylon Allen, Chris Godwin, J.K. Dobbins, Keon Coleman, and Tank Bigsby. So I think we kind of touched on all of them. Deontay Johnson's been pretty good, worth
Yeah,
a shout. Josh Downs has looked good when Anthony Richardson doesn't play. Hermes got him pretty late in the draft. But still not guys that I would take over the guys we named off. So um, I'll give another shout out to me. Another Caleb Williams has looked better. I know he's played some bad defenses, but and another shout out Jordan Love has looked like he's going to be a quarterback that's slinging touchdowns for years to come. So to have stability like that is definitely worth consideration.
okay. Alrighty. And I know we flew through this. Jack, you want to still clip this?
Probably right.
Okay, let's clip it.
More work for you.
More work for me. Alrighty, and we will be back with the recap
Well, no,
and
that
everything else.
we're in the future right now.
Okay, thanks, Jack.